So because we are having a hip practice, again, that's why I encourage you to just begin the practice as we lay on our backs, bringing the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to go wide, supporting underneath each thigh if you feel like you're trying to hold those knees up and a strain through the inner thighs. Placing the hands, fingers down again on that low belly, softening through the shoulders and the face. As you take that deep breath in, exhale slow, and just bring your focus to any sensation that you feel in your hips as you're in this cobra pose. Inner thighs, outer hips. With the hands resting on the belly, maybe you just feel the softness of the belly. And then connecting that breath and the body, taking that big inhale, feeling the hands rise with the breath, that Buddha belly breath, and allow the hands to soften as you release the breath. Drawing in 2 more rounds. Again, let every breath soften where it touches. See if you can kind of empty out the mind for just these 20 minutes and keep the focus inward. Again, sensation is your teacher, and when we work into the hips, we don't want to work hard. We want to work to the point of sensation, to the point of release, and use the breath again to guide. Take 1 more breath, maybe blink the eyes open, hands to the outside of the thighs to gently draw the knees together. If you're using anything underneath the body, just roll to the side, set it off, and then come back on your back and take a nice rock one side to the other. And then we'll plant the feet. Again, we'll be starting with reclined pigeon, figure 4 on our back, and we call this pigeon served 3 ways. So the first is take that right leg, extend it up to the sky. So lead with the heel, toes flare, pointing down towards the face. The leg stays right over the hip bone. Just take a moment to point and flex, get some circulation in the ankle, the toes. And then draw the ankle across the body to rest on just on that left thigh. Beginning to open up space around the right hip, gently place the finger pads inside that right thigh and gently press the thigh away from the body. And then hold at that point where you feel the sensation. Know that you're working deep around that right hip joint. So see if you can relax the whole upper body and use the breath and the focus right into the right hip. Take in a full breath, let that knee go back. And then release that, take the counter stretch by just bringing the knee across the body, both hands to the outside of that right knee and thigh, hug it in, getting that counter stretch around the glute, particularly the piriformis muscle that rolls all the way back into that low back. Release that, place the knee back again away from you, release the hands, and using the strength of the hips without dragging your upper body to pull it in, just lift the leg structure and flex through both feet. So as you lift that leg structure, using again those outer hip muscles, draw the shin in closer to the chest. And then here simply notice the upper body and the jaw and relax. Just getting used to this particular figure 4 that we're going to be working through several different ways. From here, because it's already up towards your chest, you can interlace around the left hamstring without having to adjust the upper body. So interlace, draw it in, use that right elbow to keep the right knee propped. It's going to want to fall in. So to get the maximum stretch or sensation here, use that elbow. Take the left leg up to the ceiling, take a couple twirls through the ankle here, flare the toes and point and flex. And then bend back into that left knee, let the left foot dangle. So option is to stay here, again, using the elbow and the hands to draw the figure 4 in closer. If you feel more open, interlace around the shin without affecting the upper body. So if you have to lift up and hold it with your shoulder and your head up, you're not quite open enough yet for that. So just check yourself. And if this is totally not for you this morning, that's where we use the strap around the left leg, right underneath the knee crease. And you can just draw the strap in without having to reach the upper body. So the shoulders still stay straight. And this is the option with the strap. So intensify it by reaching for the shin or reduce the strain by using a strap. Pigeon serve, that's the first way. Drop the foot down. Again, that knee stays back. We're going to take the whole leg structure over to the right. Still staying in that pigeon position with that ankle glued on top of the left thigh. Use the weight of that ankle and just get that hip stretch from that hip bone all the way down the outer thigh to the knee. And you can complement that if you want by extending the arms overhead and turning it into a nice stretch of the left side body. And take a breath. And let it go. Inhale, the whole leg structure comes back up, level out the hips, feel the spine, and then we're going to take it pigeon serve the third way. The right foot's coming over to the side, a nice spinal twist here. Secure the ankle maybe with your left palm just to hold it down. Take the right knee again towards the ceiling. Feel that whole opening here around the right hip. And then again, if you want to add to it, extend the right arm overhead, reach through the fingers. So a spinal twist and opening through the hip and length through the side body. Beautiful. Release the arm, bring the legs back to center. Again, unravel, feet wide, take a windshield wiper externally, internally, rotating through both hips. Heel toe the feet back into that like bridge position. Second side, lift the left leg up, point and flex, circle through the ankle, spread the toes, make a little fist. And then we'll find figure 4 here, bending into the left knee, placing the left ankle onto the right thigh. Left fingertips help to encourage the left knee away from the body. Big stretch, circling that left hip joint. So again, use the breath, let yourself soften here. Take the counter stretch, drawing that knee across the body towards that right shoulder. Again, opening up the back of the glutes, a nice stretch through the piriformis muscle there. And then release it back. Beautiful. Knee goes back. Without the use of the hands, we're going to use our core and the power of the hips. Pick up the leg structure and draw that shin in closer to your chest. Flex through both feet. Take a moment here and just settle the upper body so all of your focus can go into that left hip. And then we can interlace as long as it's not letting you or causing you to bring tension in the upper body. Interlace around the right hamstring or use that strap. Elbow helps support the knee away from the body. Lift the right leg to the ceiling. Again, just bring some movement into the foot and the ankle. If you want to try that option of just dropping the leg, bending the knee, reaching around for the shin and just let the foot dangle. It's a little deeper opening through the left hip. Again, it's based on the sensations, the teacher within your body, how deep you go in these hip poses. Beautiful. We'll release that. Keep the structure exactly like it is. Drop the left foot over to the floor, to the right side. Use your right hand around the shin or the ankle to secure the foot so that you can send the left knee to point towards that ceiling. Settle into the stretch you feel around the left hip. And if you want to, again, extend the left arm overhead, you'll get that nice stretch, hip, knee, hip, arm, fingers. Taking in a breath. Release that. Let everything come back up to that figure 4 shape. Settle the hips before taking it over to the other side here for that stretch from the outer hip down the IT band to the knee. So the left ankle's riding on the outside of the right thigh, the weight and gravity drawing that right knee closer to the mat. Taking in a breath and softening where you can soften. Maybe you extend the right arm overhead. So nice twist, long line of length in the side body, just opening up through the outer thigh. On your inhale, you'll bring everything back to center. Nice. Unravel, draw the knees into the chest. Make some big wide circles. So wide knees go right and left. Push them down towards the bottom of your mat and then draw them into the chest. And just slow circles, working out both hips together. And at the same time, maybe you feel that nice massage along the back body. Plant the feet, roll over to one side, and let's make our way to a seat. So as you come to your seat, hands resting on the thighs. We're going to do a little opening through the inner thighs here in a very controlled way. So bringing your left hand, thumb on the inside of the left thigh, fingers wrap around the top of the thigh. We're going to press down into that thigh. The right hand's going to come around to the back body, press into the thigh and just dip the shoulders. So you're opening up outer hip, inner thigh, and a nice twist just to round it all out. One more breath here. Sending the knee down and twist. And then bring yourself back up to center, and we'll do it the opposite way. So pressing in on that right thigh, dipping that right elbow down, shoulder down, sorry. Continue to use your breath. And then bring yourself back up to seated. Find that cobra pose seated. Same thing we did reclined. Soles of the feet together. Just for a second, we're just going to do a little bit of a bounce to shake out. Good. Draw the knees back together. Okay. Seated figure 4. So hands come behind you, fingers point away. Start with a lot of space first. So a gentle bend into the knees, pick up that right ankle, set it again right on top of that left thigh, just above the knee, flex through the right foot. Good. As you arrive here, draw that left foot in towards the body, press into your palms, lift your chest. Foot is flexed. If you begin to feel sensation here, take a breath. If you don't feel enough sensation, take those hips in closer to that heel. Bring your hands in a little bit closer so that your chest comes closer to the Inner calf, foot is flexed. Lift the chest, maybe even drop the head back and take a breath. Coming out just a little bit, send the hips back, send the hands back behind you. We're going to move into a reverse table. I'm going to move into a reverse table in figure 4. If you want to try reverse table, if it's not in your practice, undo your figure 4 first, plant your feet hip distance apart, press into your palms, lift your hips. So here we are, figure 4, reverse table. So as you press into your palms, if you want to try figure 4 here, pick up the right leg, and then just lay it over onto the left thigh and use your breath. Let that knee fall out. Bring it back down. Unravel, bring the legs wide, and windshield wiper here, back and forth. Again, internal, external rotation through the hips. And heel toe the feet back. We'll take seated figure 4 on the other side. So again, we start out with lots of room. Pick up the left ankle, place it on the right foot, and flex through that left foot, toes flared. So here you begin to adjust your body by bringing the hips in, by bringing that right heel in, any amount, so that as you press into your palms, you lift your chest coming closer to that shin. Good. And again, you could bypass this, or you could stay right here and you're seated if you want to come into, again, reverse table with a figure 4. Press into your palms, lift your hips up, keep that top foot flexed, keep the breath flowing. Easy breath. And lower slowly. Unravel. Just hug the knees in. Again, now you're rounding through the shoulders. It's a counter stretch for your shoulders, but at the same time, just hugging the knees in. Take a breath. And I know a lot of you have done wall pigeon with me. We're going to try like a couch pigeon, or just draw your chair over, placing an edge on the mat so it doesn't slide. I'm going to show it using my couch, because I think you can see it better. All right, so just take a bend into the knees and place the feet on the edge of the chair or the couch. So the knees are at a 90-degree angle. Again, this is another where your upper body is just totally relaxed. Pick up the left leg, place it over the right thigh, flex the foot. So again, it's an elevated figure 4 without having to hold your legs up, which makes it a lot more accommodating for a beginner not used to a figure 4. And then release that and take it over to the opposite side. Now, if you can picture this, when we're at the wall with legs up the wall, and there's a wall here, imaginary wall, we draw the right knee into the chest, we place the ankle on the left thigh, and then we just draw the left foot down any amount. Again, a very controlled figure 4. The floor has your back, that wall has your feet. All you have to do is just breathe into the hip. So I don't have a wall here, but you can imagine. Unravel, we'll do the opposite side. Bend the left knee in, take the foot across to the thigh, flex through the feet. And then if you could imagine just sliding the foot, right foot down the wall, deepening into the stretch any amount. And take a breath. Beautiful. Unravel. Roll over onto your side body and bring your chair in a little bit closer onto your mat. Again, modification using the chair. That's too high. Okay. So we're just going to sit at the edge of the chair. I'm just going to show you this briefly because, again, for those of us on a desk or having to sit all day, this is a nice option for you. Bringing the right knee into the chest. Again, draping that ankle over the thigh, flexing that right foot. This time, we'll just let the forearm rest gently into the inner thigh or the inner calf. Spine is nice and long and relaxed. And here you can deepen it by taking a little bit of a fold and feel how that feels into, I mean, it's a chair pose, much more intense as you fold forward than when we were reclined. And you're a lot more open now, hopefully. Come back out, switch sides. Left ankle over the right thigh, flex the foot. Again, maybe drape that arm, just bringing a little bit of weight to the stretch. Sit up nice and straight, and then fold forward here. Any amount till you feel, again, a nice stretch, easy stretch. You want to explore the good space. You don't want to explore the bad space. So we come to sensation and we let that be the teacher here. And then gently come out. If, because you've got your chair here, you want to try something else, bring your hands to the edge of the chair. Set your feet out just a bit so you can drop your hips down like a tricep, like, you know, in the gym where they do that tricep thing. All right, so with the hips down, right leg extends, right leg comes over, figure four, with a tricep dip. How about that? That's a little 3 for 1, 2 for 1, right? Come back up, change sides. Again, holding on to the side of the chair, scoot the bun off of the chair, lower, again, elbows straight back, and press up, and lower, and press up. Maybe even hold down here and feel that. Yeah, good job. And press up and sit. Good. Come to stand. Standing figure four, and I'm going to show you modified. So I'm going to bring my chair now, all four legs. What's the best way to show this? All right, so in our standing, as we do our Tadasana, we come to a standing pose. Standing figure four, whether you're holding on just to begin, you lift the knee, you place the foot, and then you sink it down. Okay? And you find balance and you find one spot that's not moving and you keep your foot flexed and your belly engaged and your chest open and your shoulders back. Good. All right. And then the same, up and cross. Get the opening, and then like a half chair pose. Sink the hips. Again, keep the shoulders back, straight spine. And then release and shake it out. So I'm going to show you with the chair if balance seems to be an issue. And some mornings it is and some it isn't. So again, using that chair as your best friend. Same thing, cross the ankle first. So the knee goes wide, open up through the pelvis, through the hip points, then set yourself down. Maybe bring your forearms, hands to prayer. See how far you can sink down. So again, knee, standing leg knee is right over the toes. The top foot is flexed. Take in a full deep breath. Release, straighten that front leg. Release the ankle, maybe take a little bit of a fold here. And then come back up. Left side, picking up that left ankle, placing it on the right thigh, holding onto the back of the chair. Flex that left foot, let that left knee fall out, and then sit down into that one-legged chair. Maybe bringing the forearms to the top of the chair, hands to prayer. Flex the left foot, set the hips back. Watch that bottom knee isn't flaring out. Keep it right over those toes. Sit down a little bit further. Long deep breath. And then straighten that bottom leg. Hands to the top of the chair. Unravel. Send those legs wide now. We're just going to stretch it out. Pigeon toe, the feet in, and drop the hands underneath the shoulders. And just let the upper body hang here. See if you can really press those hips up towards the ceiling. And then just take a gentle side lunge, one side to the other. Walk the hands out, maybe a hand print so that you can heel toe those feet back hip distance apart. Again, stay in your fold. See if you can let the upper body dangle. Bend into one knee, straighten the other leg. Nice stretch through the back of the leg. Followed it by the other side. Bend the other knee, straighten the other leg. And then just back and forth. Finding a little bit of length where those hamstrings connect with the hip muscles or the hip bones. Press in one more time. And then press into your feet. Bend your knees. Circle sweep the arms out to the side and overhead. Reach and extend. Maybe find that back bend. And then draw your hands to heart. Close your eyes. Shake out your hips. Get a little sassy. You might not feel it now, but there'll be some time in your day, particularly when we work deep into the hips, that you'll feel them, and you'll feel a little bit of looseness, maybe a little bit of release of any tension there. So I'll put a tutorial up if I can get it up on our Zoom site, just offering a couple more pigeon pose, but there's plenty of pigeon pose to go around for all of us. So find your favorite, work on it every day. It's good for your hips. You can do it in bed, you can do it in a chair, you can do it resting your feet on a couch. So enjoy. Thanks.